Okay, so let's just say it's been about a week or two since the last video, and I decided to do a Starfield run. And we are doing Can You Beat Starfield as a Jedi? This challenge run was very interesting, to say the least, but let's just get into it. So we grab a blaster, and we meet Barrett. We fight some pirates, which in this case the pirates are replaced by rebels, but my character doesn't know that. So we head up into space, learn about combat, yada yada, and then we get taken to a planet to stop the rebels from attacking our ship. We end up killing some in the process, which is unfortunate to say the least. We convince a rebel captain, commander, whatever, that our ship doesn't have any gold or whatever he's looking for. We then make it to a Empire-controlled planet. We join Constellation after getting scolded for coming back with their ship. We then, of course, join the Vanguard because the main story stuff can wait till I'm interested in it. So, we take down some ships, and we head to a planet that is apparently has an alien that wants to kill everything. It's got to have some sort of intelligence because it kind of seems like it's more of a collective type thing, but maybe I'm wrong. So we get the genetic sample, and now it's time for the time lapse. Enjoy. So, we also found some Beskar during that, because we also replaced all of our contraband, and then we cleared the debts of an old man. Old man gets upset that we cleared his hard-earned debts, as he calls it. I think he was being sarcastic, though. Anyway, we take him to Hadrian, because Hadrian asked us to, I guess. We then get attacked by Terramorphs, and pretend to care about this Empire-controlled planet because we are Vanguard for pretend, right? Yeah. So we end up killing them. They then tell us that, oh yeah, you need to go and to the other houses and ask for their release codes. We get them very easily. They release the codes to us. We get the data. We then become a citizen, I guess. So we head to Big Bad, making me big sad. Because, let's be honest here, he's like the worst Big Bad. He just is. We go to get Kaiser, go do his mission, yada yada. We find everything, go to Londinian or whatever, attack more Terramorphs, find out that, oh, you know those things that kinda look like Terramorphs, but we don't think are Terramorphs? Yeah, those become Terramorphs. It's like, oh wow, big surprise. So, find out heat leeches are terramorphs, even though they're literally everywhere. We attack the big mama terramorph, head back to the big bad, tell him that we're turning him in, tell the council, he gets arrested, whatever, and then we head back to our commanding officer. He gives us class 1 citizenship, but we don't care about any of that. It's time to craft our lightsaber. First of all, we need some neodymium. Took a bit to find that, but we eventually found it, mined it, and luckily for us, we didn't need to find iridium because it was given to us with the neodymium, because crafting in Starfield is very weird. So then we needed some europium, and took a bit to find europium on a planet, but once we did, it was just as simple as mining it and then researching the crafting of it. Then we go and craft our first lightsaber. In this case, it is a blue lightsaber. The mod I'm using here is like kind of has like very specific names to their lightsabers. But anyway, so then we decided to start on the pirate questline, which in this case I'm considering the rebel questline. So we go through, do all the normal stuff, get invited into the rebels, and we simply just join. Unfortunately, I'm going to say that having them as rebels makes sense that they're going up against the UC, but it doesn't make sense because their characters don't fit like rebels, unfortunately. So we take down some aliens on the lock. The lock, like, I get it. I don't like the naming convention of it. I get the joke. It's just, I don't know, kind of weird. Mathis then says, oh yeah, we should bump off Delgado. Like, that's a great idea. It's not. In fact, a lot of the run through the lock is quite simple. We're just going up against little aliens that really don't do much, especially the final boss. That was barely a boss with the lightsaber, to be honest. It could just been due to balancing issues, really. But we head to Delgado. He tells us that we need to go on board a ship and get the Galbank key cards so we can go in and find out information. And after a bunch of jumping around from person to person, persuading them, and eventually they give us all the information we need, we shut down the ship's life support system because, oh yeah, that's a great idea, just turn off the life support systems while everyone's on board. But it causes an emergency that allows us to sneak into a room, get all the information we need, and head back to Delgado with everything we need. We head down into the Galbank archives on the planet. We then kill some ecliptics that were in here. How? Yeah, how did they get in here? There was a guard at the front door, so I don't know how they got in here, but we take down the ecliptics and head back to Delgado, give him the data, and unfortunately he just kind of doesn't like it. So we head to Commander Akonde. He says that we didn't do our job correctly, we're under arrest, and the gig is up. I reveal that I'm a Jedi, and I don't take the ship here. I escape because there's far too many enemies for me to take down alone, or at least that was the reason I gave myself. We could have probably taken them down, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of tanky at this point. But we head back to Neva, and Neva basically says, oh yeah, hey, thanks for the reward or whatever. We then need to head to Juan. She's going to smuggle us onto a ship to get the comm spike. And Oh boy, I just kind of fought my way through the entire place because in my mind I was already like given up as a Jedi. So I didn't think it would fit for the UC to just let me escape, capture, and then also let me board a ship that is UC controlled without me just attacking my way all the way through to steal the comm spike. But you know what? That is just the way of Starfield, I guess. So we go land on Neon because we need to get the comm relay, if I remember correctly. And we had to talk to this person, then to this person. This person sends us to talk to this person. It's just convoluted bullshit at that point. Then we have a brother that screws over his other brother, but this brother's kind of smart, so he knew about it. And the person that we were helping all along gets nothing out of the deal. But it is what it is. That is the way of things, I suppose. Head back to Delgado. He wants us to head immediately to the Crix's Legacy ship. And we just kind of blast our way through until we get to the Legacy. Find Jasper Crix and a bunch of credits on the ground. And we find out that he somehow failed to do the thing that it took me a few minutes to do. So yeah, that was fun. So we return the cred bank to Delgado and the rest of the crew, and it's time to take down the rest of the UC, which it goes quite easily. In fact, I'm surprised that the whole like rebel crew, or I guess Crimson Fleet, couldn't just take them down before. But we then stormed the ship as if I really needed help, but we all stormed the ship together all the way to the front where we capture Lieutenant Toft and Commander Akande. We then return to Delgado, were rewarded for our efforts, and that's kind of the end of the questline. So we head back to Sarah, and we begin the convoluted bullshit that is the Starfield main questline. So, head to Sarah. We need to then go find Commander Mora, and he's being held by a bunch of Ecliptics. So we storm the ship. As always, combat is almost non-existent anymore. I kind of just slash them with the lightsaber, and that's it for them. It's one shot, pretty much. I kinda, was okay with it, because it was like my lore or whatever. But we get the piece, and time to head out for another one. Next one is with Sam Coe. We then foil a bank robbery and retrieve his family maps. But oh no, he doesn't have them. They're not where he left them. So we went to his father, get the maps, yada yada, take down a bunch of Shaw gang members, steal another artifact, and that's that. After the artifact, we then kill Shaw and the rest of the gang, presumably. Head to Vladimir on the Eye, which Vladimir kind of looks after, like, everything. We meet Andrea. I think she just force-choked someone. She has, like, Count Dooku's lightsaber or something, and we steal another artifact. And then another one. Head back to Vladimir again, and he sends us after a temple this time. Temples are basically Skyrim's version of Shouts. Basically. So we gather this power, which we won't be using that much because, I'm gonna be honest here, I didn't really want to go after all the powers and they felt useless to me. We then go after Get Barrett, which really got captured, and then because of our rebel background, we kind of just free him very easily. We do a deal with Mr. Walter Stroud. Deal goes bad. Slayton agent mad. We then sneak through a bunch of vents and tunnels, find Mr. Nikolaus, and we escape. Simple as that. We then meet the Starborn, kill some more Ecliptics, and now we have the same artifact, like, gathering, but now we're getting attacked by Starborn. So, we collect that artifact, we collect another artifact. Do you see how convoluted the storyline is? Like, you're literally just collecting artifacts the entire time. Really with not much to show for it. It's just collecting artifact after artifact after artifact. And that is what Starfield is reduced down to at the end of the day. And it's why, like, I do these modded runs. Is because they're just more fun. Like, being able to swing a lightsaber around is just more fun. But anyway, I'll get back to the story. We take down the hunter, or we run from the hunter, because even though I'm basically just as powerful as the hunter, I can't take him down. We then get a glimpse at Unity, as he says. We get our Jedi robes finally this far into the playthrough. We then get sent after the Pilgrim, in this case, which after that and a really lovely, oh yeah, here's the puzzle, thinking I'm going to be able to solve a puzzle. Nope, no solving a puzzle there. It's puzzle solved for you. We then head to a meetup location and find out that the Starborn are just alternate versions of people. And here's Samco, or not our Samco, but a Samco. We then find out that Earth was ruined by a single man who wanted to make everyone travel. So we then choose the emissary because good versus bad, Sith versus Jedi, I guess, and I considered the emissary more of a Jedi. So we take another artifact, and now for my least favorite quest. This is literally where you go through jumping between two universes, and then at the end you have to choose which universe you want to save. In this case, it didn't matter to me, so I chose one of my favorite characters in the game, which is Raphael. Then we head to the final meetup spot and do the final boss battle after boss battle after boss battle. First boss battle is quite simple. You just attack a bunch of clones of the thing until you eventually kill it. Second boss battle is killing a bunch of Ecliptics, and the third boss battle is killing a bunch of robots. Fourth boss battle is killing clones of yourself. And the fifth boss battle is the final boss battle, which, funny enough, you can persuade to just not happen, to just not have the boss battle happen. But in this case, I decided to let it happen. I went after the Sith emissary, as I'm going to call him myself, where he transports us to different universes. At least I think it's either different universes or different points in time, or I don't know. But we just speed up this footage, take down the hunter, because that's what this has devolved down into, until we finally kill him. We take the artifacts, we take the final artifact, and it's time to take a glimpse at Unity and finish the run. So yes, you can indeed beat Starfield as a Jedi. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, if you guys have any of your own run ideas you have, put them in the comments down below.